500 years ago, Britain used to be covered in so much forest that squirrels could travel from Kingsthorpe Station all the way to Edinburgh. Nowadays, over 420 million hectares of forest have been cut down since 1990. I'm here with the Greener Earth Project. Let's go inside and see what everything's about.
The Greener Earth Project is a charity that plants trees. So the money that we raise not only plants the tree, but in Africa the money also pays a fair wage to people planting the trees. We work with community groups based in countries all around the world. Part of the money also protects the site after we leave. So after we've left, it makes sure that the tree is prosperous and it grows from a sapling into a big tree and can, do the best that it can to help the environment. We work with businesses who want to make a change. So these can be big businesses, they can also be small businesses who just want to do as much as they can to help the environment.
So first of all, I just want to start this by asking you what your stance and opinion is of climate change, and do you have any views on things that are going on at the moment?
Well, I do hear about it on social media a lot, and personally I think I've sort of noticed it with how inconsistent the weather has been. So I don't know, last week it was a sunny weather and I was talking to my friends about how I like it when it's sunny during the winter time, but now it's back to the cold weather again. It's rain, it's windy and just really cold. So I think climate change is definitely playing quite a dramatic role in all our lives at the moment.
Action needs to be taken. It's pretty serious, and I think those who have money should definitely be doing something about it, because we can make small changes in our everyday life. Big companies and billionaires should be trying to make a change as well.
Yeah, I agree with you with the thing of, we can make our own small changes in, our individual changes, but at the end of the day, we don't control these big conglomerate, these companies that are contributing the most to climate change, and it's bad and we need to act.
If people, I think little by little, if they start to do more, I guess that would eventually help, but it's a long-term project.
Did you know that in the past 30 years, basically, about 32 years, we've actually cut down 420 million hectares of forest?
It was quite shocking, to be honest. I had no idea it would be that much. I've seen about this on newspapers and on the news, but that's really quite a lot of trees that they're cutting down.
Well, my job doesn't really let me do much volunteering because it occupies most of my time, but I do work, and I worked in catering and I know how much recycling goes or doesn't go into that, and I think that's also an area which could be improved if the organizers are keen to improve it, let's say.
For me, myself, everything I'm wearing today is actually from a charity shop. I don't buy fast fashion often, so I try and make the conscious decision of, trying to be more planet friendly and things like that.
Beef is actually the cause for 41% of most deforestation in the entire world because of cattle farming and the amount of trees they cut down to have space and room for the cattle. It causes the issue. What do you think about that?
Well, I might want to second guess when I order a steak next time.
In terms of have I done any charity work myself, I've volunteered in charity shops. I've done some charity work with the homeless and things like that, so yeah.
Yeah, I think the same. I think it's like a conscious thing that I think we're all very aware of now. I think because of the push to be more ethical with not just clothing but stuff like food even.
And plastic
and all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, sometimes I think it is hard as a student when you feel as though the cheapest options, aren't going to be necessarily the best for the environment. I think that is an issue as well. And some days I'll be more in the mood. I'll be like, I'm going to get this one because it's more ethical. But then some days, if I'm like, oh my gosh, I've gone off my budget for the week, I'll just get the cheapest option. And I know that consciously I am doing it. But at the end of the day, when the supermarkets are filled with plastic in products that you need are covered in plastic, you still need the product, so it's a tricky one. But and charities, I've also volunteered here and there, donated here and there to different charities.
That's basically it, really. So glad I could give you some extra insight into what's to avoid and what's bad, I guess. Thanks for sharing your time, and it was nice having a chat.
Thank you.
Wicked.